This episode is brought to you by Harry's. Claim your special trial offer by going to harrys.com/CAG. You're really not good at this. I think you can. How about and now a man you can see and hear Wombat.
Right. Apparently, you're saying they can't hear Cheapy now, so this is fantastic.
No audio from you.
Oh, I fixed that. That's fixed. I'm back. That's okay.
All right. Cool.
If it's fixed in the first minute of the show, it's
Uh-huh.
not doesn't count as a problem.
Good.
The listeners at home will have no idea that there was any problem except for
Yeah, exactly. It's a reason to download the podcast. You can hear our little conversation that we had up top.
Welcome to the show, everybody. Things are going fantastic.
Yeah, I think so.
I'm still sweating from taking out the garbage and having a quick walk before doing the show.
I'm sweating just from sitting in this room.
Well, yeah, that's gonna.
I'm not
continue.
sweating.
You're not. Just wait.
I'm
Comfortable.
comfortable. I'm so comfortable today.
Yeah.
We
I
have
would even-
air conditioning and no L's in Ohio. Come join us.
Wait, no what?
L's.
Maybe it's all those L's that are making things so hot.
Yeah, he saves a lot of calories.
Right.
That's funny.
So, thanks.
So I'm trying to think what's been going on since we last met.
I don't know. What has been going on? It's so weird because so little goes on. That's sort of the problem. My kids started day camp, so that's exciting.
Yeah, we
The
knew that.
rules are-
That's not new. We knew that from last time.
No, they only started this week, but yeah, the rules are insane.
Oh, really?
It's like a whole process. You have to drop them off. Everyone has to wear a mask at drop off, but the kids don't wear a mask during the day. Only the counselors do. My son's group is only 5 kids. They have to get their temperature taken before they're allowed out of the car.
They
Yeah,
take it?
this
Oh,
is-
wow. Okay.
This is the same thing we had to do for
Yeah.
M's nature camp.
It's like a whole thing. But the kids are very happy and they're having a great time, and that's all that matters, right?
Here's a pro tip for that. Put your kid in the side of the car that the sun is not directly shining down into, because we missed a whole day of camp because they measured her temperature with the infrared style thermometer, and they were telling us she was 103 degrees. And I'm sitting there looking at them like, well, I can't. There's nothing I can do. Like, I'm not going to be the person like, okay, get out of the car. Like, I'm not going to cause a big scene because my kid is measuring 103 degrees. And of course, I get her home and I'm like, well, we got to take your temperature. Maybe something's wrong here. 98.6, like all day long, just 98.6. So from that day forward, I knew to load her into the non-sunny side of the car.
Right. Or bring an ice pack.
Or just keep that AC cranked.
Oh
in her
no,
face.
I did. I had the AC going full blast the entire way there. We were a cool 64 degrees inside that car pulling up.
Nice.
The environment is suffering for these rules. Ty's not even going to camp. I don't know. He was, since sleepaway camp got canceled, he hasn't had much interest in.
How's he holding up though? Is he bored to tears?
No, he's fine. He talks to his friends all day. He still has some Japanese homework to do. There is summer Japanese homework, but not much, not much at all. And he reads, and when it's not super hot out, we'll play ping pong. And I don't know, he seems all right. The library's open. We got some books.
Is your library fully open? Or
No,
are
I
you
mean the
doing-
curbside library.
Okay.
Yeah.
Ours are open, but they're really like strange hours. You can only go
Oh.
in the afternoons, and like the first hour of the library being open is for seniors.
Oh, the actual building is open.
No, the actual building's open.
Oh.
Hey,
Yeah.
did you guys know that 2020 is the worst? I don't know if you heard that.
I
The
figured
year
that out.
2020.
Yeah,
Yes.
did you know it's the worst?
Yeah, I thought you meant the TV show.
Yeah, that too. Hugh Downs did pass away recently.
See?
So.
Is that 2020?
Yeah, that's 2020.
Did he die in 2020?
Yes, Hugh Downs died in 2020.
That's cool.
Yeah. Look at that. Go Hugh Downs.
So we're trying to. I don't know. I got this. Ty and I'm trying to teach him like how to DJ, even though I don't know how to DJ. So we did that a little bit today, testing some of our DJ setup here for Twitch. But I don't know. Yeah, there's not that much going on. It's pretty like, I don't know. I don't know. It's the same thing like everybody else. We're all just sitting around. Wombat, did you put some ping pong related show feedback?
I did. There was only like 3 comments, and this one seemed the most benign, so I picked it. And I knew
benign. What do you mean?
benign, and I knew it would make you happy. So
it did make me happy.
Yeah.
Well, read it.
Tone C has to say that ping pod place sounds pretty neat. Yes, please live stream from it. By the way, you didn't mention who you played with. Did I go with you, or did you meet someone up there? I looked on my iPhone and iPad, and I literally could not locate the app. A Google search also didn't bring up anything with the name Ping Pod. They only have one pod. So you dropped the ball.
No, he's asking. So they only have one pod. What are you reading?
I'm not here to learn how to read.
Question mark means you have to change the tone of
Whatever.
your
It's
voice.
about ping pong. Talk about ping pong. Have
No,
fun.
it's Ping Pod with one word. There's no app. It's a web app. So you just do it from the website. But I went again this week, and I played with my coach. I guess he's my coach. No quotes are necessary. Yeah, that's it. What was the other question? We didn't live stream it because I don't know. I'm trying to like concentrate, and I think I would have a difficult time working the live stream and playing at the same time. I got to get full value out of my ping pong time. Do you understand? But there is only one ping pod. It's in Chinatown in Manhattan. But I met the owner this week.
Oh, did he give you a hand job in a pod?
Didn't I tell you that it's all glass? It just looks out onto the street and it's on the first floor.
That's a good way to drum up business.
Not ping pong business, some other business.
So what was
3
Mr.
paddle
Pod like?
waxes.
Mr. Pod. Oh, Mr. Pod. No, I told him the reason why I liked Ping Pod so much was, well, first of all, that it was open. That was a big plus. But also because of the glass windows and the fact that people can see like intense ping pong being. I mean, I guess they'll also see shitty ping pong being played if the people inside are super shitty. But it's exposure for ping pong in a country that doesn't have any exposure for ping pong. So that's the part that appeals to me. And I told the guy that, and he seemed to be really into that idea as well, and said they were going to open up some more in Manhattan. And I don't know. I did the math. I can't figure out how it could actually make money. That's the issue, because I would like to open up one of these.
I'm going to go with money laundering front.
Right. That's what Mrs. Cheapy said.
Yeah, it's because we're both. If she thinks it and I think it, then that's it.
Well, then I probably don't want to open up one then.
No.
But I do want to play there again. Maybe. I don't need to launder any money. I'm not making that much money. I don't need to launder anything.
He does enough laundry in that house.
I do all the laundry in that. Well, no.
I
do Ty's I don't do my wife's laundry.
That's why I said what I said.
Mrs. Cheapy does her own laundry, and I do my own laundry and Ty's laundry.
Oh, I remembered this week again to put on an E3's Pass shirt.
Nice. I remember that shirt.
This is a Destiny 1 pre-launch shirt.
I remember waiting in line to play that game.
Yes.
I think, right?
Yeah.
Chip? What was that? I don't know. Probably.
Yeah, we waited in line to see.
No, that was the one that we all went into the giant movie theater.
Yeah, and then we played it afterwards, right?
Yeah.
You opened up and then you played it afterwards.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Destiny 1.
Yeah, Destiny 1. I have a 2
that.
shirt somewhere. Maybe next week.
I'm wearing the same shirt. I have like 5 of these, so you're just going to see this shirt a lot.
I know, but it's so hard to see you when you wear that shirt.
It's a white camouflage Nike shirt.
Because it's camouflage. That was the joke.
It's a tall size?
No, because it's... Never mind.
No, I'm just saying it's a tall size.
Okay, I believe.
I'm letting people know that Nike has tall sizes. Anyway, did I answer this guy's ping pod question?
I think
so. Yeah.
I think you've covered it.
Right. No app. web app only. And you have to be in Chinatown.
WAP.
I'll be there on Tuesday again. If you want to watch me play, I mean, I'll be there on Tuesday in the morning. Come by. There's only one. Are we at Watch This Bitches already?
Yeah. We're not doing anything. There's not
We have a
gonna
lot
be
to
much
talk.
else to
Actually,
talk
we have a
about.
lot to talk about this week. There's a lot.
I know but we watched a lot.
And we watched a lot, and there's a lot of news.
Yeah, I mean, it's something I watched I didn't even include on here.
Right,
so
and
that's
there's at
how
least
much we
3 more
watched.
ping pod questions coming up, I think.
Great.
So what did everybody watch Hamilton?
I'm at intermission,
Okay.
but that I don't know if you know this, but it's close to 3 hours long.
Yes, we
Mhm.
took a day break.
Right. That's what
halves.
we're doing.
Oh,
as
we
well.
watched it all together, all the way through. All 4 of us. All 4
5
of
times
us
in a row.
watched
They
it.
just went. They watched it 5 times in a row. All 4 of them.
And
My
then Wombat beat
daughter-
Skyrim again.
My daughter was intent on not liking it.
Uh-huh.
It took her 10 minutes to put her phone down and
Oh,
get
wow.
completely like zoned into it. So
Right.
hey,
I think that show is made for 12-year-olds because
it might be. It does come up a lot that it is a very good intro to musicals.
Ty only speaks in Hamilton now. Pretty much.
I must be 12 because I like this. You guys didn't like this?
Oh, I think it's great too. Cheapy's the one who doesn't like it.
It was fine. You know what the problem is? I
would like to know what the problem is.
The
yes.
I understand. First of all, nobody should take offense from what I'm about
and
to
I'm
say.
going to say you're allowed to not like it.
Yeah, and I'm not judging
It
anybody.
doesn't take
who likes
away
it.
from my enjoyment
Good.
of Hamilton.
You're an adult, and I appreciate you saying that. Hopefully, people will take that to heart.
Uh-huh.
I'm
had
gonna tell
a
you why
hard.
you're wrong after you tell.
You
tell
sure
this,
you
but-
absolutely can.
I take solace in knowing I'm in the wide majority of people that like Hamilton.
Yeah, of course, and I recognize that. I also recognize a lot of people enjoyed the Transformers Michael Bay movie. But anyway, that's neither here nor there.
That's like one won a Pulitzer,
I
and
understand.
the
the
other
difference.
is
They both were very
Hamilton.
popular. Though. Anyway, I'll say that I enjoyed the second half more than the first half. So I
Yes,
was
the
really
second
not
half
liking
is-
it.
The second half is tonally very different.
Yes, I will, and I'll say this. I mean, I don't listen to a lot of hip hop, but definitely between the 3 of us, I listen to the most by 5,000,000%. But I wouldn't say like I'm a hip hop head. No, Ship is
I listen to some. I
like
like
what? What's the
sing-
last hip hop song you listened to?
The Style Boys.
I don't even know what that is.
Let
That's
me
so
see your
lame, I don't even
donkey
know what it is.
roll.
I usually check to see like when new albums come out. I'm terrible at the names. I
Okay.
will tell you that. But when new albums come out and they're popular,
Okay.
I at least give them a listen through. I will admit that I have difficulty with the language, the N-word in particular.
Okay, sure.
I
Anyway.
just don't feel comfortable listening. to it.
That's fine.
Yeah.
Well, Hamilton, you're good, I think. Anyway,
Yeah.
So
so
far.
I enjoy listening to hip hop music, and to me, Hamilton sounds like a spoof of hip hop music. It almost sounds like a Simpsons parody of a Broadway show. And as someone who's watched, I feel like I've watched a parody of this 1,000,000 times, and now here's like real life imitating a parody, but it's not a joke. You know what I'm saying? Like, the Simpsons have put in a lot of like musical numbers in their shows.
Well, that's
like,
because the musical parodies on The Simpsons are supposed to sound like musicals.
yes.
And this sounds like a musical.
Yeah, I understand.
Because it's a musical.
But it sounds silly to me. Like, every 2 seconds they're saying Alexander. What's his name? Hamilton. What's he do? He writes a lot. What's his name? Hamilton.
You need
What's
your
it
right
called?
hand man back.
Monorail. What's it ride on? Only one track. What? I don't know. That's Mrs. Cheapy and I kept looking at each other every time they said Alexander Hamilton because it was like a lot. But
Oh yeah, and they do say Alexander Hamilton a lot. I like King George a lot.
Yeah,
I
he
think
was
that
my
song-
favorite. He
that
was my
song is
favorite.
amazing.
he was my favorite.
Yeah, and you know what? And what's his name? Leslie Odom, Aaron Burr. I
Right.
mean, the thing is also everyone. My wife and I talked about this also. Lin-Manuel Miranda, who is a genius, I'll say. I think he's a genius. I think what he wrote is fantastic, and I think musically he's he's hard to beat. But I think he's the worst performer in Hamilton.
That's fair enough. I mean, he's probably not a professional. He's not a professional dancer, I'm sure. And
Yeah, he's
there's
the
a lot
worst
of- there's some
performer. I
dancing
mean,
in
and
it.
again, that's like if he's an 8.5 or a 9,
Right.
I think Everyone else in that show is an 11.
Yeah, the performance.
I think his performance works though because it's got a little bit more humanity to it because he's not as polished.
Oh, I'm not saying he's bad. I'm just saying it stands out in comparison to Aaron Burr's performance, the Leslie Oda's performance.
I mean, those two characters they're very well played against each other, right?
I know that's true. Again, we're like arguing. Oh, this guy's great, and this is great, and this is great, and this is great.
I just didn't care. I didn't care for the rap songs, basically. Not just the rapping, but the music part of the songs. Like they didn't sound like, I don't know. It just sounded very plain to me. Like I can't remember. The only song I can remember is this King song. But that's just me, and I feel like there's a lot of
where it happened.
Right.
Where it happened.
Okay, well, great. Now I remember
It
two songs.
must be nice. It must be nice.
And I feel like in the second
to have
half it went
shipwreck
more.
on your side.
Right.
I feel like in the
mean,
second
there's-
half
you
it
don't
became.
remember the shot song and
I'm not giving away my shot.
Yeah, I didn't like that song. I tried to forget that song.
But-
I feel like the second half they went more traditional musical in the second half, less rapping, more songs that sound like.
Anytime his wife or the sister is on stage, it's like a different show. I mean, they stand out. They're so good.
Right, they were good. I just feel like there's a lot of melodic rap out there that even uses orchestra, and I maybe would have liked that better if it had that. But whatever, it's just it wasn't for me. Not everything has to be for me.
Yeah, well, what else did you watch? Could be, what else?
Let's jump right to anime.
Yeah, let's go. Oh, please, you gotta be kidding me.
Perfect. Let's hear about the anime.
This is a movie actually that Wombat, you should definitely watch with your daughter.
I'm sorry, I stopped listening. You said anime?
No, it's a movie. First of all, it's like a Miyazaki movie, but not made by Miyazaki. You could watch this with your daughter, and you would really enjoy it. It's about
He's only interested in Parks and Recreation right now.
Your daughter?
Yeah.
I think there's. I think she would like this. It's about a girl who's in high school, and she's turning into a cat intentionally. She's had some problems in her life, and she's finding it easier to be a cat. It's very interesting. It's very sweet. It's very well done. There's nothing like. It's not like we were talking about My Hero Academia where there's like a lot of tits and stuff. It's not like that at all. We watched it with Ty. It was really well done, and I think your daughter would really enjoy it, and your wife too. Elliot, maybe like, it's a lot of like, a girl has a crush on a guy, and that's a big part of the story. So Elliot may think that's gross. I don't know. What is it?
I don't know either. It's a good question.
Yeah, I think your daughter would like it, but Elliot might think yuck. But Ty I don't know. Ty didn't care. It was good. It's called A Whisker Away, and it's a Netflix. It's only on Netflix, I think. It's like, well, whatever. And now they just came out with an English dub on it, too, if you need a dub. We also started watching another show on Netflix called Dark. Have you guys heard about that?
Nope.
It's a very highly acclaimed German science fiction television series. Did you know that Germany is putting out some pretty high production value television series? It's really well done.
I did not know that.
It's like I didn't either. What are you breathing for like that for? I'm
just trying to make it through this.
It's an amazing show, and I'm sure a lot of our listeners are already watching because it's very popular. And we're behind the curve on this one because they're already like 3 seasons into it, I think. See people in the chat. Dark is amazing. Dark is amazing. Nonstop. See, Germany has amazing TV. They like Knight Rider, so they have good taste. Anyway,
when have the Germans ever done anything bad?
Anyway, Dark is like Stranger Things, but less silly and more gritty, and much more style and more artistic, I would say. That's all. You should watch it.
Okay.
Shipwreck's not going to watch it. Wombat, you might want. Well, Shipwreck doesn't have Netflix.
I don't have Netflix. I get a pass on all of this.
Right.
Yeah,
You did that on
Shipwreck
purpose.
will be able to watch this.
I don't do it on purpose.
You did. You got rid of Netflix just so you could get out of all my recommendations.
Because I don't watch any of
smart
this
idea.
stuff.
Laura, everyone can see you.
She in a towel?
Yes.
What is happening over there?
She came in from the pool.
Wow. I hope everybody's
He had a
tipping Wombat.
swimsuit on for those playing at home.
Sure.
Swimsuit.
Hope everybody's tipping Wombat up. And here's Elliot back from the pool. It's like a resort over there.
You
Yes.
go away. Go away. We're
no,
doing
come,
a
Elliot.
show.
He can't hear. He can't hear.
No, he can't hear. Go
Just
away.
yell in Wombat's ears really loud. Doesn't matter. What else are we watching, bitches?
Has anyone else watched Eurovision yet?
No, I tried to convince Mrs. Chibi to watch it, but she was not interested.
No, okay, it's not bad. I actually think she might like it. It kind of falls. It's at its core a light romantic comedy. It's
Okay.
very light. Like there's really very little conflict in it. But it was cuter than I thought it would be. I actually went in like going, maybe I'll turn this off after 20 minutes, but we wound up watching the whole thing. It's also fairly short, which helps.
Was it funny?
And-
Was it like, how many times did you laugh hard?
Maybe 2 or 3 times.
That's
It's
a
not
bad
a
ratio.
hard laugher. It's more like, oh, that's a cute movie.
Watch A Whisker Away.
Yeah, the songs are catchy, as someone said in the chat. You
Better
might
than
like
Hamilton?
it better more than Hamilton. I was just
Ooh.
about to say that. The only thing that comes off weird is how old Will Ferrell is in this movie. Because he seems a little too old for the character he's playing.
Right. That's probably part of the joke at this point.
I guess.
Right. People in the chat are pointing out that you have no emotions, so you may
It's-
not enjoy A Whisker Away
No.
because it is emotional. It's really good. It's a really good quality movie. No joke.
Excellent.
Yeah, I know. Anime. Shipwreck had his head down that entire time, like when I was talking about A Whisker Away, like it was going to be about titties or something. Don't worry, there's titty talk later.
No.
That's coming later when we get to Nintendo.
Good.
Where we would normally talk about titties.
Mhm.
What else? There's a new Transformers series coming to Netflix. Shipwreck. Look at all this quality content you're missing
I
out
did
on.
see this, and I'm like, oh, this. I'm gonna have to watch this somehow.
You can get a trial of Netflix, maybe.
The trial of Netflix to watch this Transformers War of Cybertron. This is more toned like the comics, apparently, where it's more cerebral and not everything is good and evil, basically. Like if you've read, I know I've talked about the Transformers comics before on this, but they're very much political comic books where both traditional sides, like Optimus is kind of a questioning his whether what he's doing is the right thing and if he's good, and you've got like Soundwave reports to Optimus now because he thinks what Optimus is doing is right.
Wait, what? Soundwave is an Autobot now?
They still exist as Autobots and Decepticons, but really it's just they've kind of gone into their
transcended.
own little subgroups. They all commingle.
Like the Prime Boys. We got the Prime Boys. You got Mega Lads. Something like no, not quite.
Yeah, exactly like that.
But better.
It's a lot of talking. There's a lot of romance involved.
Right.
Transformers comics are weird. They are not what you expect them to be.
Well, not back in the day. They weren't. They were pretty.
They
straight
were
up.
weird back in the day, too.
Not that weird.
They were pretty
weird.
straight up back in the day. For the
Spider-Man might
most
show
part, they
up,
were
but-
pretty straight up. But then they
I don't know,
got
did
into
Spider-Man ever show up in a Marvel Transformers comic?
Yep. Episode in the first 10 episodes.
In the first 10 episodes?
Comic number 3, maybe. I actually have like the first 10 comics of Transformers.
I believe you. I'm just asking the question.
I think it's
Those are not on
yeah.
Marvel Unlimited.
They're also not worth anything. Hey,
They're worth the joy they brought you.
hey, $1.
You know, not everything has to be about money.
I'm just
Greedy.
saying. I've been holding on to these fucking comics for 30 years.
It's the only place to find them.
Great. In my house.
Mhm.
You can find them in my house as well. I can point to them. They're over there.
The problem is they're in too many people's houses. That's why they're not worth anything. All right. What is the... Oh, while we're doing Watch This, Bitches, I got a quick message from our friend Brian Crescente, and he wanted to let us know that he's got a new podcast that might appeal to some of our listeners, and it's about horror movies. So I thought it fit in well with Watch This, Bitches. See what I'm doing here? The podcast is called Long-Legged Beasties, and it comes out every Friday. And they got 4 episodes so far, and yeah, Long-Legged Beasties.
I look forward to being asked to be a guest.
Do you watch a lot of horror movies?
I've seen my fair share of horror movies
Wombat, why do you have to make this about you? We're trying to help out.
because it's my show.
Look, all right.
Are they gonna do an ad for our show on theirs?
I don't know. I mean, I try to help people out if they.
No,
I mean,
it's
even
fine.
if they don't ask
I'm
for
just
help, I try
kidding.
to help people out.
Yes, definitely. Check it out. I'm sure it's awesome. I like horror movies a lot, and podcasts about movies. I listen to too many. So.
Right. Did you see me? I tweeted out this Twitch streamer today. This guy Mike something. I forgot his name, but he's a New York City bike messenger, and he's got a full streaming rig that he just wears with him, and it's perfect quality, like 1080p, 60 frames per second, beautiful view, like perfect wide view, just like going crazy down the streets of New York City. It's amazing. It's amazing, and looking now, like because of the pandemic, city's empty. And so the streets are empty, and he's just like, he's going faster than the car. Like he's just fucking flying. It's really amazing. And I watched several hours of him doing that today.
That's insane.
It's good to have on your computer in the corner while you're doing other stuff. It's pretty zen. He's got some classic rock playing. It's pretty cool. And I saw, I tweeted out, and a lot of people came in to watch it, and they were chatting with me. It was fun. I'm into Twitch now. Did I tell you that?
Exciting.
I was trying to. Somebody asked me to explain Twitch subscribers, and I said that I had to. One of our listeners asked me to explain it, and I said that I had to explain it to you guys. I still don't think you guys know what it means.
Nope, I don't know. And
I'm good with it.
yeah, it's fine.
You don't need to know.
I don't
Nope.
need to know. We don't need to explain to Digger either.
All right. I like it. Well,
What else
Wombat,
do you like?
why don't you tell people what you like about Harry's?
Well, I like Harry's because it helps keep my face nice and trim right here.
No, I meant read the copy.
But that's why I like.
What I meant was
Harry's.
read the copy.
Oh, how much could you save in 1 year? Do you know how much you could save in 1 year by switching to Harry's?
Let me guess how much. Enough to buy 25 cups of coffee in New York City?
26.
I was close, though. Come on.
Enough for 3 deep dish pizza dinners in Chicago.
I
Enough
haven't
to-
had a deep dish pizza dinner since Pizzeria Uno. Is that still
Yeah,
around?
No, it's not around anymore. Enough to pay 6 months of your Netflix subscription?
Ship.
Exactly. Do you know how?
How?
Harry's delivers high-quality razor blades as low as $2 each, a fraction of the price of the leading brand, and you're saving hundreds of dollars over time. Why do you love Harry's, Cheapy?
I will tell you why I love Harry's. Because they have all the grooming products that I need beyond the razor blades. So the razor blades are great, but obviously I need body soap. I don't need shampoo, but I need shaving cream and also post-shave balm. And they have all that stuff, and that's the only stuff I use. And it's all fantastic. And you can find it all at harrys.com.
Harry's is a return to the essential. Quality, durable blades at a fair price. Just $2 per blade. They've cut out the middleman, manufacturing blades in their own German factory that's been honing precision blades for a century.
Yes.
Harry's is super convenient as blade refills are delivered directly to your door on your schedule, with or without a subscription.
Yes, that's
Harry
right,
says-
Wombat. That's good. That's good. And listeners of our show should know that they can redeem their Harry's trial set at harrys.com/CAG. You'll get a weighted ergonomic handle for a firm grip, 5-blade razor with a lubricating strip and trimmer blade, rich lathering shave gel with aloe to keep your skin hydrated, and a travel blade cover to keep your razor dry and easy to grab on the go. Go to harrys.com/CAG to start shaving and saving today. Shaving and saving. That's the Harry's way, Wombat.
It's a razor, Harry.
Thank you, Harry's. See, Wombat, I made you do a lot of that ad because you didn't let me talk about Twitch subscriptions.
Whatever. I
That
don't
was your
care about
punishment.
it. It's time for new releases. Shipwreck, tell me what came out this week.
Sure. Or what's coming out this week, I guess.
Or coming out this week.
Um,
Tell me what came.
I'll tell you what came. Crosscode came to Game Pass.
Oh, yeah. Have you started that yet? I was
I
going to
have not. I
download
have
it, and then
not.
I didn't.
I'm very much looking forward to trying that out.
Wait,
It's
what is
a-
crosscode? I have no idea what that is.
So crosscode is, I don't know, it's going to be your bag, GP. It's like a 16-bit action RPG type of thing.
Yeah, it's like a Legend of Zelda E, original Legend of Zelda E kind of
Yeah,
jam.
and it's got some MMO type stuff in there, but I don't think it's a MMO. I think it's just got
I don't
that
think it's
kind of stuff.
online. Yeah.
Yeah. It's got good reviews. I was excited. I was interested in it before it was coming to Game Pass, and then when they announced it was on Game Pass, I was happy.
Yeah, that
I
makes
have
your
Game
decision
Pass.
for you.
Right. So Crosscode looks pretty good. I will check that out and report back. It looks like Bloodstained Curse of the Moon 2.
That
It's
came
coming.
out. Was that PC only, or is that?
No, that is
Oh,
that
it's
is PlayStation 4
4.
and Switch and maybe PC as well
Not Xbox?
Well, can't win them all.
Just interesting because the first one's on the Xbox. That's why.
Maybe it's coming later. Who knows?
Because the first one was on the Game Pass.
Maybe it's coming later. Maybe this list is wrong. I don't confirm one way or the other.
All I know is that game sounded boring, so I wound up gifting 5 subs to the chat room.
Which game?
I don't know. Crosscode?
Oh, we'd already started talking about a different.
We were talking about
okay.
Bloodstained 2.
Oh,
The blood staining it.
that's the like Castlevania
Yeah.
one?
Yes.
Mhm.
Okay, I would check. That's on Game Pass, you said?
No, the
Oh.
first one was. The
Oh.
second one didn't even come out on the Xbox.
Oh,
Came out on the Switch, not the Xbox.
I don't even.
I'm trying to figure out what that's all about because, again, Game Pass.
Got it. All right. What else we got here?
That's really it.
What?
Is it?
Yeah, I don't see anything else. What else do you see? Deadly
I s-
Premonition 2 on the Switch?
Yeah, that's a game. People like that. Have you seen the review scores for this? There are sites that have given this game a 9 out of 10 and sites that have given it like a 1.
Wow.
Deadly Premonition?
Yeah.
Do you have to have played the first one?
Probably.
Probably.
I have played the first one. So
You finished
have
it?
I.
did I finish it? It's been so long. I don't know if I got all the way through it or not. I liked it.
It's pretty weird, right? It's like Twin Peaks.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
I'd be down for
Japanese
some
Twin
more
Peaks.
Deadly Premonition.
Hmm.
I'm curious because the review scores are all over the place, and that makes it more interesting to me
Definitely.
than if a game was just getting straight 9s. I'm more intrigued by a game that has enough quirks to it that some people just outright hate it and are willing to say that.
Yeah, that makes sense. Divisive.
Yes.
A nice divisive game. That's what we need in this country right now. Another nice divisive game.
Very true.
We've been getting along too well, especially on the internet. Anything
So
else?
we also have Story of Seasons, Friends of Mineral Town.
I don't know
That
what
is, of course, a Harvest Moon game that they had to rename.
Oh, yeah. We all knew that.
Have you played Friends of Mineral Town, Wombat?
Oh, I not only have I played it, I actually have friends in Mineral Town.
I heard it really rocks.
That's it. I'm out.
What else? Let's scroll through this thing. Cinnamon Fight? That sounds good.
It says Ooblets on this list. Is Ooblets really coming out?
Probably not.
I don't
You can just
know.
Google Ooblet's release date, and then we would have the answer. But I'm going to say probably not. July 15th, it says. Oh, yeah.
Ooblets.
Epic Game Store. Epic Games Store is the proper way to say that.
I'm interested in Ooblets as well.
All right.
This is a great release week for me.
All right. Well, that's
I'm
next.
looking forward to this. You also have Sisters Royale, Five Sisters Under Fire.
I didn't-
That's a shmup. There's all kinds of shipwreck themed stuff in here.
Oh, we have a shmup that we're going to talk about later that you think you're going to really enjoy.
Great.
Yeah. But we have a Whip
Also,
Smart
I've
Banky
been
review.
playing one of these games. I was sent a code for NASCAR Heat 5 for the PC.
As was I, not for the PC though.
Oh, have you tried out some NASCAR yet?
I did. I started playing my rookie season.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a racer named Wombat.
Oh, I am shipwreck good.
Yeah, see? I was like, what do I want for my last name? I'm like, screw it, I'm Wombat.
Right.
I drive a hot pink car.
Uh-huh. That's good.
Wait, what are you
Eh,
talking about? I zoned out for a second. Sorry.
NASCAR.
Oh, you got a NASCAR review?
And
code?
I drive in a circle real good. I come in first place all the time.
Ooh, he circle drive good.
You know what? That game, you drive it. It's fun. It's surprisingly fun to drive,
Yeah.
and the progression, it moves quickly.
It does. Like your first race is like 4 laps on this really tiny track. It's like, well, that didn't take any time. I guess I'll play some more NASCAR Heat.
Next
5.
thing you know, you're like 10 races in, and you have a sponsor, and people are
sponsor stuff's
sending you
funny.
you're getting messages from pro NASCAR racers.
Yeah, it's got fake Twitter built into it.
Yeah, it's so silly.
Anybody find anything like weird in your garage hanging?
I think that was in last year's version.
Oh, okay.
No, I this game, it's kind of goofy. Like the whole thing, like you can tell they knew where to spend the budget properly
Where
on
was
the
that?
game. Like you'll have your agent or whatever will pop up on the screen. It's just a picture of a dude. He's just on the screen, just like a real life picture of a dude, and he's just like talking to you, like talking to you via just text.
Zoom.
Yeah, he's on Zoom, but I don't know. It's a good NASCAR game. The other thing is, it has a crazy amount of detail for your creative character, and I haven't figured out why.
Yeah, because
It
you
has
never
that
see your
much.
character,
Right?
and you can change it at any time, which I appreciate.
But it's like you're setting it up to be like an RPG, like your character, like you're defining everything about your character, your hair, your face, your eye color, and then you're in a car. You're looking at the back of a car.
Yeah. I used to play those original old school NASCAR games on the PC back in the day. You could see all the pixels, like the triangles would break off the car. You're just waiting for the collisions to happen. That's the only point of the game, basically. Anything else?
No.
Good. I can stop giving out gift subs now. It's costing me a fortune.
It's time for some Wombat's fortnightly news.
Oh, there's so much news to talk about. I'm excited.
There's a lot here.
There is. Did we talk about Hyperscape at all last week?
No, I saw that you tweeted that they said. Well, we talked about it briefly, but none of
Yeah.
us had played it.
Got
and then
it.
I saw that you tweeted that they sent you a beta code.
Yeah, well, I did the, you have to, see, you guys aren't about Twitch, so you don't know. You have to
I don't know anything.
You link your Twitch account, and then when you
I don't even
watch,
know how to put pants on. That's why
When
you
you-
only see me from the waist up.
you have to get the drop, right? You watch these Twitch streamers that have access to these drops, and then you link your
Drop
account.
something. What are you dropping?
They're dropping bitch.
No, what are you dropping?
What am I dropping?
Yeah.
I'm dropping knowledge,
Okay. All right.
wisdom,
Enjoy the knowledge, everyone.
and free gift subscriptions, emotes. So you could, if you're watching, you can randomly get a code basically by watching other streamers. So I got it. I missed the email, I guess, but I was able to play about 3 matches of Hyperscape, and it's another battle royale game, but it's another vertical battle royale game. There's special moves. I don't know. It was fun. It was certainly fun. I was horrible, but I think I would rather just play Call of Duty. I'm more like a meat and potatoes kind of battle royale game.
Did you get the
guy.
Border Patrol guy in Call of Duty? Did you buy him?
No, I haven't bought anything.
Did you see that skin?
No.
The
There's
U.S.
a Border
soldier,
Patrol guy? Is there?
Border Patrol guy.
Is he a militia or is he like
Yeah,
official?
it's borderline offensive.
Interesting. Well, I'm sure it's sold really well. Activision knows what they're doing. They're like, some outrage, but money, big money. Speaks to our audience in a major way.
Yep.
Like,
You
they
enjoy.
had the weed pack.
It's like we're like a week away from like General Lee being a playable character.
in
The
Call
car?
of Duty.
In Call of
Oh, they have
Duty.
skins. They do have skins in the game.
Yeah, Confederate General Lee as a playable skin.
I don't think games are going to be putting the Confederate flag back in, adding it. I don't think that's going to happen.
Only on the Switch.
Only the Switch. Fuck anything.
Anything goes on.
Right.
The
You could paint the Confederate flag on a dog and shoot the dog, and it's all part of the game. It's fine. We'll get to that later. So Hyperscape, I don't know. It's all right. I guess it's coming out for everybody in like a week. So we'll see if this thing has legs or not. Streamers seem to like it, but
Good for them.
they probably got paid, so who knows.
What
I
else?
also got I got a couple of review codes. I asked for them though. I'm being proactive.
Okay,
they're
what'd you
not
get?
just coming in. I'm
We don't care about
seeking
your.
out.
We don't care about your methods.
I'm telling you that
I don't
I'm
judge you like you judge me when I ask for codes.
I am right. That's true. That's a good point. I got Desperado 3 for Xbox, which was a game that we saw at E3 and looked pretty interesting. And it is pretty interesting. I'm playing on Xbox.
That's the fence riding simulator.
That is a isometric third-person view, like strategy Western stealth. I don't know, what would you call that? Like, am I saying?
Is it
You're-
like a
you're
real time
right there.
strategy? Isn't it a
It's got a
real time
little-
strategy?
Puzzle to it.
Yeah, like you
Like-
got to kill these guys, but stealth. This guy everybody has vision cones. You don't want to.
You throw a lot of coins.
There are a lot of coins and knives, and there's different characters you control. It's very well done for this genre. I don't know what specifically.
Now, your character in the game, is he a hard one?
I don't
Does he
even-
have his reasons?
Is this from the Eagle song? Is that what
Yes.
this is? Okay.
I
I'm
don't know what
sorry, I
you're
don't know
talking
all
about.
the lyrics to Desperado.
I don't even know what an eagle is.
Right.
Isn't that a football team?
Oh, yeah. So yeah, that looks pretty good. Desperado's pretty well done so far. I've only played maybe an hour of it, but it seems very well done. And I also got a code for a game called Superliminal, which is this is easy to describe. It's Portal, but the puzzles, instead of the puzzles being portal based, the puzzles are all perspective based. So you pick up objects, and depending on how you're viewing the objects, when you put them down, the object will move in size, will grow in size or shrink in size, and you can use that to solve puzzles. I like the puzzles a lot. The performance on the console, I feel like could be better. It made Mrs. Cheapy a little nauseous because it's just not that smooth. It is a first-person game after all, and I don't know. It could be smoother, I feel. But that's Superliminal, and if you are looking for a Portal-esque type of game, this is exactly what you're looking for. I think it was out on PC for a while, and this is its first time on consoles. And that's what I've been playing. That's newish.
I've been playing something that I bought new. Because I think we touched on it last week. I think it happened right before we did the show, where Fortnite was officially taken out of beta.
Okay.
Finally, last week, after however long, it was considered final release. And with that, they put out, I guess, what is the final retail version of Fortnite Save the World,
Okay.
the campaign version of that game. They knocked it down to like it's just $20. And that $20 comes with one multiplayer skin and 1,000 V-Bucks. So like $10 in coins to
So
spend
they're
on
making you
stuff.
buy it, basically.
Kinda. And I'm like, and I heard from some people that it was fun. Like, oh, play Save the World. You're gonna like it. You're really gonna like it. It's not very good. And this is from someone that I thoroughly enjoy the battle royale for Fortnite. I play way too much of it. I'm not bad at it.
You crave that adrenaline rush that can only be satisfied by battle royale.
You know what it is? I like it because I don't have to play with other people. I can always play by myself, so it doesn't matter if I do poorly.
Wait, you're saying
But
you like it or you don't like it? I'm very
I like
confused.
the battle royale.
Right.
Yeah,
But you don't like Save the World.
I don't like Save the World.
You don't play that? Oh, because you're playing with other people.
That one you kind of have to play with
Co-op.
other people,
Right.
and it's not very user friendly. Like, it's unnecessarily confusing what you need to do. Weapons, you have to craft all your weapons, and they have a durability, so your weapons will just fall apart, and then you don't have them anymore. And you have to gather all sorts of weird resources, and then you have to unlock more blueprints for more weapons, and then you unlock the heroes that you can play as, but you're also unlocking other support characters that don't do anything. It really makes a lot of no sense. And the gameplay itself is sort of repetitive. the gameplay itself is too repetitive for everything that's surrounding it to be so unnecessarily complicated.
Okay.
Where it's not as streamlined and
As this
well thought
explanation.
out.
I'm not buying any more gift subs, guys. I spent $50. I don't care how.
It should be more straightforward tower defense. That's basically what it should be, but it's not.
Right.
They put too many bells and thingies around it to try to make it more complicated than it really should be, and it kind of bums me out.
Sounds like it probably should have stayed in beta then, is what you're saying.
It probably, yeah. It's obviously not necessary. I mean, that's not really what Fortnite's about, so to speak. But I kind of wanted to at least have the full to give you an idea on how few people I think really play this. Every achievement on Fortnite Save the World is a rare diamond achievement.
Right.
Well,
I know where the
but
people
that makes
are.
sense because it has. That's just a numbers game there because
Yeah, it just
everybody's
means that-
playing the other thing.
That means everyone's playing the other thing. Like
Sure.
no one is playing Save the World.
It
So-
could still have a decent amount of people playing it.
I guess
It's just that so many people are playing,
the other thing. Yeah,
Right.
it's possible. If it doesn't work that way, I guess so.
Yeah, it does work that way because
Definitely. You can only play one
yeah.
game at a time.
yeah.
Speaking of Fortnite,
Yes.
Sony bought a small stake in Epic Games for $250 million. That was enough to only get them about a 1.5% stake in the company because the company has grown so much over the last. I mean, look at Tencent, the Chinese company, invested $330 million, and that was 8 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
That got them a 40% stake. So yeah. The company's grown a lot. That was a good investment, one, by the way.
By tension, yes.
Yes. And two, like the company's grown so much that now $250 million only gets you a 1.5% stake. So that's pretty good.
Yeah, it's still good.
I don't understand the point of that per se. Like I guess they're not going to just announce like why they did that specifically.
I
Just
mean,
get some bullshit.
my guess, this is just a wild guess, is that it probably has more to do with back end engine stuff than anything else for making first party games. That would be
Maybe
my
they get
thought
some
process.
discounts or something. Like who knows?
Yeah, like
Better rates.
if you're gonna use Unreal Engine, it probably helps to have a stake in the company. I don't know.
Right.
That's my thought. I don't think it has anything to do with an existing IP. I don't think it has anything to do with Fortnite
Right.
or their other IPs like not Fortnite.
Right. What's this Fortnite YouTubers mansion story?
I don't
Oh,
know.
did you guys not read this one?
No.
No.
Oh, you guys should take a look at. You gotta click on
Okay,
it. And
I'm gonna
look through
click.
it.
I'm clicking.
So the story is there's these Fortnite YouTubers, and I have no idea who they are, but apparently they're doing well for themselves in the streaming sphere.
Uh-huh.
And so a bunch of them bought a huge mansion together.
Uh-huh.
And they shot this video where they walk around and show off their mansion.
Right.
And they have all their like, I don't know, you probably know all the cars that are out.
There's I see there's a
like a
Lamborghini, a
Lambo,
McLaren, a Viper, and another Lamborghini.
Yep. So they have that, and then you go inside the house, and it's decorated like you would expect teenagers to decorate a house, as in like their rooms are just look like normal teenager rooms. And like, are you looking at the pictures at all?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah. I see the guy
scroll down-
standing in his room. It could be
Yeah,
in his room.
looking in his room, and it's just like it's somebody who doesn't know how to.
What's going on, everybody?
Furnish a house that
Well,
they just
are
bought.
they really teenagers?
I think so. I think they're teenagers, early 20s maybe.
Right.
But they all pitched in to buy this mansion. And what's the end game on that? That seems like a really bad situation.
Is this in California? Where is this? Do we even know?
It probably says somewhere in here. I didn't look to see where it
Doesn't
was,
say.
but
I don't know. Whatever.
I-
What's the point of them showing this off? Like to make people feel bad? Like,
Give us more money so
I'm
we can
just so
buy a
curious
bigger
by it.
house.
like just to see like
look how.
it's not going to end well.
Like, is they gonna have to sell it, or are they gonna
There's
get
no
into a
outgame.
fight?
Well, they're gonna sell it. They're gonna get in fights, and then like there are a bunch of young dudes that just bought this like multiple
Is-
$1 million house. Like,
Is it mortgaged? Is it bought outright? Is there more than one name on the mortgage?
Who
If it's
knows?
mortgaged,
That's
who's
right.
yeah? There's a lot of legal questions.
Shipwreck's
that I-
right. There's gonna be some issues, one way or
and
another.
those are gonna be the interesting follow-up stories on this.
Yeah. Ghetto Sith Lord is curious to know about the property taxes. Like, how does that gonna work? I guess if it's folded into the mortgage and the mortgage is under everyone's name, this is.
Are they live streaming from this all the time? Like, we can see them fight. Like, I don't know that. It's my house.
Yeah,
My name's on the deed.
On the deed?
Deed.
Is this
Deed to the
There Will
house.
Be Blood?
No, there's a deed. Don't you
I
get a
drink
deed?
your milkshake.
Don't I have a deed to my house somewhere? I feel like I have a piece of paper that says deed, and
only if you've have you fully paid it off?
No.
The
Then
bank
you
the
don't
bank
have the
has it
deed.
then.
Oh,
Yeah.
What do I have? I have something. A photocopy of it or something.
You have a mortgage.
Oh, I have something. That's a piece of paper. Some information with my house on
Yeah,
it.
it doesn't mean much.
I will say they bought it at an excellent time.
They got a great deal, I'm sure.
Yeah, they
Great
did.
mortgage.
Somebody pointed out in the thread here that yes, mortgage rates are ridiculously low at the moment.
Speaking of super wealthy streamers,
Yes.
Ninja has returned to the world of streaming after an absence because he was on Mixer, and now Mixer is going to be defunct, and he's not.
It's already gone. Picture's
Yeah,
gone.
and he's been not streaming, and no one knows what he's doing, and he just showed up on YouTube streaming, not exclusively, no announcement, just showed up and started streaming, and I wanted to check it out, so I popped in there, and it was actually, I was early, like the countdown clock was still on, but I noticed like all the donations were still like, people were just donating money, including like, I saw a $500 donation. I saw a $250 donation. I saw like kids donating $2 with messages like, obviously kids, because the messages would say, Ninja, friend me on Fortnite. And obviously only a kid would think that a $2 donation would result in Ninja friending him on Fortnite.
How do you know it wasn't me?
You know better. You know, at least you'd have to offer more. Maybe
And
the
I
guy
don't want to be friends with Ninja. Ninja should want to be friends with me.
I'm saying maybe the guy who gave him $500 got the friend invite, but probably not. Anyway, I'm watching this. There's just a countdown thing on the screen. There's no game, nothing happening, and I'm thinking like, and I'm gonna ask you, Shipwreck, like, what's the morality of a guy like Ninja who probably just got like a $20 million check from Microsoft for not having to not stream anymore, basically. Going on and accepting a $500 donation from somebody, like, I'm pretty sure the guy is probably not rich who gave $500. He's probably like, I don't know. I shouldn't judge that. I shouldn't say that. But what do you think of that? Do you think that Ninja has any problem? I mean, obviously he doesn't have any problem, but if you were in his shoes, what would you do?
That I don't even know how I would put myself in his shoes.
I'm
It's
saying
so
if you had
foreign to me.
let's say you had like $20-30 million in the bank.
Okay.
You're a streamer.
Yep.
And you have sponsors, you have money coming in. It's not like there's no money coming. You have deals going on. Are you still accepting $500 donations from people? Like,
I mean, I'm not.
If
But-
I have $30 million in the bank,
yes.
plus a deal with a sponsor for another X amount of millions,
You got
of dollars,
merch, you got all this shit, you got deal of
then
game
no,
fuel.
I'm not taking money from my list from my watchers. Once all the sponsorships, if they all went away,
Yeah.
then it would be a different story.
That's very reasonable. I would agree with that.
I'm kind of in the same boat, but
I'm not saying what he's obviously it's not a problem for him. He has no problem with it. And I'm just saying, like, for me, I would have a problem knowing that people are giving me money that they probably may not, or not probably, but may not be able to afford. And I've read articles about that.
You know what? I think the $2 donation is more upsetting than the $500 because, like you said, that's
child.
probably some kid.
Maybe his parents. I mean, his parents account. I don't even know how you would donate money, like how that
Yeah.
works on YouTube. But I don't know. I would
Ninja
feel.
takes money from children that he doesn't need.
And one of the messages said, "Oh my God!" It was like a $10 donation, and it said the quote, the literal exact quote was, "I hope this helps." And I read that and I gasped because, like, this guy's got more money than he can spend in his life at this point. And people are throwing him money. I hope this helps. Helps what? Put gas in the Lambo? Like, I don't know. I feel obviously he has got no problem with it, but and not just Ninja. Like I don't mean to call Ninja out, but there's probably like a good number of these guys that are making $10 million a year and accepting like $100 donations from their viewers who may or may not be able to afford it. And people like reading these articles, people that you get sucked in donating the money. You think like you're a part of this person's life now. And then these people show up at the streamer's house and just like, hey, it's me, Joe X79. Remember, I gave you like $1,000. Like I got no place to stay. Can I come in? It's just like a weird, I don't know. For me, it would be a no go, but I guess these guys have no problem.
I've got Ninja right here to tell you what he's saying.
I don't know. I'm reading the chat to see like what people say about that.
Hey guys, this is me, Ninja.
It's super odd to see 13-year-olds donate to a top rich streamer.
My Ninja hair. Does it work?
I mean, it's just the way that Twitch is set up, though. Like, I mean, we have the tip jars here, but of course ours are going to charities here.
Not anymore, dude. You get to keep these today.
Yeah,
this month.
This is.
And in fact, you seem to have the most amount of tips out of all of us.
Mine will be going to charities.
All right, that's good.
I'll identify something here. I don't have anything picked out right at the moment, but it'll be going to Alzheimer's Foundation or something of that ilk.
People just want to see you on top.
I know you said Alzheimer's Foundation, but it sounded like you said Old Timers Foundation.
Same thing.
Yeah, that's the same thing.
Yeah.
Somebody in the chat did ask how they could tip you because they want to see you on the top of the CAGcast pyramid.
Nice. Good job, Shep.
I'm going to donate my $0 in tips to Alzheimer's as well.
If you remember.
Right. I saw that joke coming down the highway. So yeah, I don't, I was talking to Mrs. Cheapy about this too, because it made me feel bad. Like, because people, credit cards, people spend money they do not have. And I'm sure a lot of the people donating are in that situation. Anyway, let's talk about something more pleasant. Like Nintendo's software library for the Switch.
We're really going to talk about this?
No, we got to talk about two things. So I got a message today from @BobMisterick.
Okay.
And he sends me a message. He goes, hey, Cheapy, I think I found where your old Saints Row the Third avatar went to. And he sent me a link to Nintendo Life. They had a story on this game. It's a stealth game called, what's it called? I forgot.
Don't Get Caught.
Don't Get Caught. And the gameplay revolves around you're sitting in the backseat of a taxi, I believe, trying to masturbate, looking at creepy photos. And basically you don't want to get the taxi. You don't want the taxi driver to catch you jerking off in the backseat of his car. I believe that's the main gameplay loop. And this exists. You can, it's coming out next week, July 13th. It's £7 in the UK. I don't know what it is in America.
Did you pre-order it?
I did not pre-order it, but so I saw that, and then also there's a game coming out next week. I got an email about it, and I knew that our good friend Whipsmart Banky, that this game was right up his alley. The game is called Waifu Uncovered, and this is also on Nintendo Switch. He's been playing it, and Banky says that first of all, it's a bullet hell shooter, but I've never seen like naked cartoon breasts in a console game before, right? Am I?
No, there's been some in console games, but
It's
like
not a
Grand Theft
common
Auto
occurrence.
had, right? Grand Theft Auto.
well, I mean,
And,
you had some Leisure Suit Larrys in there as well.
Okay.
The Guy game.
The guy, okay.
It's
It's been a minute though. It's been a minute.
It's been a little bit since we've been down this route, I think.
So, Banky writes like he said the music is surprisingly good, fun power ups and power downs. He says, but the enemies in the game are flying poo piles and buttholes and meme faces. The first boss is called Skull and Boners. One of the later bosses is called Deep Shit. And when it hits you, it smears the screen, you can't see.
That's what happens.
Right, that is realistic. And then he says there's an uncensored nude mode too. I have no idea how this is coming out on Switch. It's worth the $7 just for the novelty. So that's Waifu Uncovered, giving the thumbs up from Whipsmart Banky. And he sent me some screenshots.
Is Nintendo just not checking anything?
They're like this.
No.
They just like have their hands over their eyes, like over their ears. What? There's games coming in every week. It's all right. It's whatever. Just make sure they're not free. As long as they cost a penny. So yeah, if you need animated breasts in your console game,
you would go with Waifu Uncovered over Don't Get Caught. Is that your suggestion?
well, we don't have a review code for Don't Get Caught, so I really can't say. But I don't know that. I don't know. Don't Look Caught looked really weird. It's like, let's make a sex game that's not erotic at all, just completely creepy. Creepy sex game, Wombat. Wombat got really interested when I said creepy sex game.
I live that.
Right. All right. So that's Waifu Uncovered. Thank you, Whipsmart Banky, for another Whipsmart Banky's hentai corner. I don't know. We need a name for that. Whipsmart Banky's creepy hentai corner.
Perfect.
How about Uncle
Only on
Whipsmart
Switch.
Banky's Uncle Whipsmart Banky's creepy hentai corner? Where else
Is
are
that
we?
the tentacle name? I mean, tentative name?
That's good, Wombat. Wow, you're on fire today.
Thank you.
Did we not have anything on here for all the Warner Brothers rumors that are going on?
I saw someone mentioned it in the chat that Microsoft is rumored to be possibly purchasing the Microsoft Games studio offering, I guess.
That was
What?
quite a sentence.
I
there.
know. I don't want to say IP because I don't think they're getting Mortal Kombat.
Oh, you definitely would get Mortal Kombat with it.
What's the
Yeah,
point
so-
otherwise?
Yeah,
Need that.
no. So yeah, there's a lot of bidders that are rumored to be going for this. EA, Activision, Microsoft. 2K was the other one,
Okay.
or Take Two. Which I always get those.
Take-Two is the parent company.
Take Two, yes. Those are the four, I guess, serious bidders that are being rumored to be connected to the WB purchase. But there's a lot of good studios in there. And I think Microsoft might make the most sense out of any of those. Activision doesn't make sense to me because they got out of this business already. They didn't want the license business. They put that aside. They only wanted Call of Duty. They went to like the three franchises. They went to Call of Duty, Skylanders, and what was the third one? Blizzard.
Right. Oh,
They
Blizzard
went with
goodness.
the Blizzard stuff. EA, I don't think that they would probably be able to offer enough for WB.
Right. They're probably not interested in that either. They got their own
Right.
business plan. They're doing fine. Like they're doing just great.
Right.
So
I
So
think
would
it
that
probably
make Batman exclusive to the Xbox?
it depends on what licensing deals come along with them, right?
I mean, that would be a nice retaliation for not being able to get Spider-Man. No Spider-Man, but we've got
Batman.
Batman.
That is
Right.
true. It's a good point.
And you get all the Lego games,
Yes.
which
Get the
makes
Lego
sense with their
games.
Minecraft stuff as well.
Mm-hmm. Batman. You get Mortal Kombat.
Mm-hmm.
You get NBA Jam. You get yeah, you do. You get Joust.
Do you? Is that
I
still
think
there?
so. Yeah, that was part of the last sale.
Okay. I couldn't
it-
remember if Joust split off
You get
to its own
Gauntlet.
company.
Don't you get Gauntlet with that too?
These aren't like strong selling points, I feel, at this point.
What do you mean? It's like who wouldn't spend $1 billion for Gauntlet?
Everybody.
Pretty sure the going rate for Gauntlet is $1 billion.
Right. The merchandising alone will bring in hundreds of dollars.
Who doesn't want food badly?
Right. We need it.
I think with that deal, though, I think there would at least be a time deal with those properties, just because they're already in development with those studios, probably. So you would at least get the next go round of these.
It makes
It
sense.
seems
for
like the
Microsoft,
only
probably.
really valuable IP that would most definitely be involved would be Mortal Kombat. Warner Brothers is still going to have ownership of Batman because Batman is owned by Warner
of
Brothers
course.
/
Right.
DC.
Yeah.
So Batman's
So
not going
that's
to be
sort
an
of like
exclusive.
that's its own deal on top of the deal.
Mhm.
So it makes it interesting. Hence, me saying before, I don't think they get all the IPs. They don't get Batman.
No, they
Even
don't get
Lego is
But
its
they
own
might-
deal
They
on top
might
of a
get
deal.
the license for the video game of those properties for some period of time. I mean, if you're going to work through this deal, obviously that would be on the table of, hey, let's get the exclusivity of Batman games as well.
Yeah. I'm just saying, but it's a deal within a deal within a deal.
But just studio wise, they've got
Sure.
good studios as well, though.
Yeah, sure. Traveler's Tales, the Traveler's Tales, right? And
Yes, and Avalanche and
And
NetherRealm Studios
NetherRealms, yep.
and Rocksteady, right?
yeah,
So
those are quality studios. Yes,
are.
those are worth a purchase. I'm just saying you don't necessarily get their main IPs with all of that. With NetherRealms, you get Mortal Kombat, but
it's a pretty good IP.
it's a pretty good IP. But that's it. I mean, but that's the marquee purchase.
I think the studios are too, though. I mean, you can turn those studios into whatever. Like Microsoft has some IP that's just been laying around doing nothing.
Yeah, they're really good at having IP that lays around and does nothing.
Right. If you had
Yeah.
these studios on board with all the studios that they just bought, you might have something then.
I could see Avalanche making Fable.
They can make anything, apparently.
Yeah.
Okay. Are we up to the CAG bag?
I think so.
Did we make it all the way?
Yes.
Okay. Wombat, pay attention. This question is for you. It's from Alibaba 913. Wombat, how do you manage connecting to your daughter as she gets older and interest in video games wanes? She tends to play games on her. So I guess she's talking about his own daughter. She tends to play games on her cell and less console games. Do I suggest more console games or give into phones and let her go? And then he says TikTok is a scourge and it has to be stopped.
Well, the only game my daughter plays right now is Animal Crossing. It's the only game she cares about. It's the only thing she's interested in.
A lot of
It's
people, I
not-
think, are in the same boat.
Yeah, and it's not that I'm not interested in Animal Crossing, but I'm nowhere near as interested as she is. But lately, we've been talking mostly about Parks and Rec. So we both think Adam Scott is dreamy, so that kind of helps.
Is that true? Does she think he's dreaming?
She has a little bit of a crush on Adam Scott in Parks and Rec. Yeah.
Awesome.
So yeah, I mean, yeah, he just the correct answer is don't force your daughter to like the things you like because
There
that
you go.
won't work. You have to pay attention to what she likes and try to like it yourself, and that's really it.
You're a wise man, Wombat,
Thanks.
even if you have no emotions.
That's true.
At Megaman 1421 says, I know you guys do HelloFresh, but have you been mostly eating at home during the pandemic? I've always liked cooking myself, but nowadays I'm cooking at home 6 to 7 days a week, and it's been fun learning how to cook new foods.
Probably. I think we only we'll get dinner out maybe once a week. And yeah, and
Same.
everything else is just eating in the house.
Same.
Yeah.
Chip?
I get a lot of stuff delivered during lunchtime because I'm home with the kids
And you're working.
and I'm working, right? So it doesn't make sense to spend my entire lunch hour
Cooking.
making lunch and then giving them lunch.
Just send your husband out to get lunch. That's what my partner does.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, it's a lot of HelloFresh.
Yeah. I made chili tonight.
I did too.
Nice.
Yeah,
I made meatloaves. HelloFresh meatloaves.
that's tomorrow for me.
At Toxtra asks if there's any predictions for the Ubisoft or Xbox events happening this month.
video games.
Halo something.
Maybe multiple Halos.
Video. Multiple Halos.
Ubisoft is going to open their conference by addressing the recent allegations against the workers there and how they're trying to make a change for good.
Right.
And then they're going to show a sequence from a game that's going to be completely tone deaf to what they had just said.
Right.
That's my prediction.
That sounds about right.
All right. Checks
Just
out.
Dance.
That's a good prediction.
Thank you.
I don't think I could beat that prediction.
Mm-hmm. I think Microsoft is going to show some games. They've held everything pretty close to their chest, I think.
This is the one that's got all the demos that are going to be available for us to check out, right?
Right.
That's pretty fun.
Are we getting a Fable?
We're getting a Fable.
You think we're getting a Fable?
I want a Fable.
Definitely Fable.
I think everybody wants a Fable, and I'm not confident.
Right. Nobody's got. No. This is time for Fable now.
I know it's time for Fable.
They know it's time. Microsoft knows it's time. It's past time. It's going to happen.
Do we know what Rare is working on?
Fable.
I don't know. They could have multiple studios working on Fable.
They've got a lot of studios.
Like Call of Duty.
They've got a lot of studios that we don't know what they're working on, which is the interesting part of it. Oh, somebody said Sea of Thieves for Rare. I always forget about Sea of Thieves.
Apparently that's a big game. Right. It's still going. People like it.
People love that game. It's fine. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. I'm just, I play Fortnite. I can't make fun of anyone.
We've been playing a lot of Viva Pinata. I introduced my daughter to that.
There's going to be a new one of those too, right? It's
amazing that we went this entire console generation without a Viva Pinata game.
Those games probably aren't that expensive to make, and it's good to have a game like that.
Remember when they tried to make that like a thing though, like a multi-platform
cartoon?
Yeah.
The cartoon was not bad either. It just they didn't need to make it that big of a thing.
Right. Just the game is fine.
Right. Just the game is great, and they have to be sitting there looking at what Animal Crossing is doing, and if they don't have a Viva Pinata in the works,
right,
it's got to be talked about at this point.
Yeah, I agree. It's happening. I mean, yeah. I mean, they know they fucked. Microsoft knows they fucked up with this Xbox not having enough exclusive games, and I think that's what this event is going to show. Hopefully, that they're recognizing that, and here come the games.
I hope they show the surprise me button is still there on the next Xbox.
It will be.
Maybe you can do that with the downloads, the demo downloads. Surprise me with a demo download.
Yeah,
it's a good idea. That's actually a great idea, even though it's their idea. I'm just repurposing it for something else. God, I can't read. It's too small. Ridilla Design. Mm-hmm. What do you think Nintendo's next step is after the Switch? Oh, what do you think Nintendo's next step is after the Switch's life cycle?
That's it. They're done.
They've retiring.
They all retire.
Whoever the president.
Nintendo will be 65 years old and they'll retire.
He's gonna take the Switch. He's gonna spike it, and then just walk away, or drop it like a microphone, like a mic drop. I'm not sure. One of those two things.
Mm-hmm. They'll make another console. It'll be fine.
And it's gonna be. I think the portable. I think they're into this whole portable idea. I think they feel like it's effective for them, and I agree. So I think you're gonna see a similar type of situation. Just like now, another underpowered console, but it's good enough.
Well, it's an overpowered handheld, right? Like it's
an underpowered console, but an overpowered handheld.
It's gonna play games that have crossing animals on it, and mustachioed plumbers and Zelda people.
I think it's just gonna be.
It's gonna have a little man who wears a green outfit named Zelda.
Yeah. I think they're just going to hold this course for a while. It could be like the Switch is a platform now, like an iPhone. So incremental upgrades every so often. That's all they need, really. What else do people want? They want a portable Nintendo system and a home Nintendo system. This combines both of those. It makes a lot of sense. Any CAGbag questions from the chat? Have you guys been reading the chat?
I have it right open in front of me, right there.
I have a question for the chat because we're going to raid somebody after the show's over. So I'm going to give people options. Now, one of our listeners sent me a message asking me if we could raid him. He has one viewer right now. Okay. So if we come in with 100 people, that would be like pretty fun for him. And he probably wouldn't expect that I actually followed up with it. He just sent me a message. Or we could raid. Who else could we raid?
I don't know, but while you think about it,
yes?
Lisa Villatown wants to know what Shipwreck's drinking.
I'm drinking Elijah Craig Old Fashioned that I made before the show.
Whoa, what? Hold that up.
There.
Wow, that's like a grandpa drink.
It is.
Grandpa Shipwreck.
He is a grandpa.
Hold on, we're not ready. So we can raid this guy who has one. He's got one one viewer. We can raid Game Attack Team again, who has 123 viewers, but they're, very good stream, very professional. What does the chat say? Do they want the one guy? I don't know if he can handle it.
They want you to raid the guy with one viewer.
Okay, so let's raid the guy with one viewer. He'll be surprised. Let's remind everybody to do what, Wombat? We need to go to harrys.com/CAG to redeem their Harry's trial set. I guess, Wombat, I think you got your guitar and you're ready to rock.
Yeah, ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
I'm a little nervous and my hands are sweaty.
Oh, good.
The bread is done. The bread is done. Tell everyone. I forgot the words.
You forgot the words. What?
Hope you had some fun. But the bread is done.
Wait, play for 8 more seconds. That's when the raid is going to go. All right. Let's do this, guys. Let's get them.